Hi, this is Peter Darts Clairvoyant here, and I'm doing the astrology reading for February 2019 for Aries. So Aries astrology for February 2019. So let's see now what we get here for Aries. So we'll just start off with what I call a bit of an overview first, sort of generally, of what's going around you, Aries. Okay, so I've got you sort of being a little like kind of pulled in different directions here. It's almost like I've got so many different things kind of going on at the moment. It's like I'm being pulled, do I do this, do I do that? But it's like I'm trying to be positive self at the moment and sort of try and set the goals for the future. But it's like I just feel so, I ain't quite got the energy. It's like I'm not really focusing on what I want. It's almost like at the moment I feel like I've got a mental block and I can't get past it. But I just feel so now you've got to try and get sort of a little bit of balance in your lives. And I just feel as though don't let anybody come in now interfering or saying you should be doing this or should be doing that, because that ain't going to wash. It's almost like you're quite outgoing, Aries, and you need to be following your own path, not being the sheep. You know, you want to be the one now that's pushing forward and making things happen a little bit. But at the moment, it's like I say, you're just not quite yourself, and you're not sure what you should be doing. It's almost like there's a little bit of confusion around you. So it's like you're wanting change, but I just feel as though you can't seem to see the way forward. So it just feels though now you just need to pull back a little bit now and just do a little bit of self-analysing, and then I feel like as you do that you'll start to get yourself the way you need to be. So this is what you've got to focus on a little bit. So don't worry about things, start to focus on what you should be doing, and bit by bit you'll get there. And I feel like within 6 days from sort of this video that I've been doing, because I know I'm sort of a bit late doing these February video, so 6 days from now I feel so you should start to feel the changes are kicking in a little bit around you. And then I just feel so you may be needing just a little bit more in-depth guidance around you of what's going on, so you need to connect with a more personal reading. Okay, so that was generally. So let's have a look at what's going on with work and career for you, Aries. Right, see, now you Aries, it's like you're very sort of fixed on what you're trying to do, which is great. It's like you're steadfast, and that's good. But it's like it just feels though you're not happy. You're not happy at all. It's like you're doing a lot of deep thinking, or you're not feeling yourself. And it's like I feel like I'm holding on to things and I should let go now and move forward. And that's great, but sometimes you're worrying about money too much, so it's like it keeps you there. You daren't let go because, in case the money goes pear-shaped, or in case the money doesn't come in. And I feel like some of you should be possibly working for yourselves because they seem to draw to self-employment. But I do feel now it's about talking to your best friends, your best family, or your best mate, or your best guidance counsellor, to sort of help guide you through these things now, these changes. But to be honest now, it is down to you now to just push forward. See, here we got the Chariot, and this is telling you now to fight for what you want and go out there now and achieve it. But it's like you've got to start communicating your thoughts. And then I feel like as you do that, I just feel as though you will be absolutely fine. And just for just something out the blue, to go back with my timings now that I'm bringing into these readings, if you look when the video was published, that won't tell you when the timing of the video was done, and you can look back from that date it was published to the timing what I've said as when things will unfold. Okay, and I'm being drawn to the number 5 here, where I just feel as though you'll make a big decision of what you're doing with your career. But bear in mind with the number 5, that could be 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, or the month May, where I just feel as though big turning point in careers. But I do feel so now, you've, like I say, you've got to talk about people around you, of what you feel so they think, feeling, maybe your partners, relationships. But I just get that feeling as well, it's all very good and well to listen to everybody around you, but at the end of the day, you've got to do what's best for you. Because everybody has an opinion, don't they? Right. talk about relationships. Let's have a look at relationships. So let's see now what's going on with relationships for you, Aries, for the month of February. Okay, so there's your relationship card coming out, and I do get the feeling communication's going to get better around you within the next sort of 3 days or 3 weeks. So really we're talking 3 days, or like I say 3 weeks, which I think is just stepping into March. Don't feel it's 3 months, that feels a bit long. So 3 days or 3 weeks, you know, yeah, but do bear in mind as well, I think it's the 13th today, so maybe communication could be getting better today because it's got the number 3 in it. That's interesting. So I just feel so now, anything that's holding you back, troubling you, I feel like now you've got to let it out. Now, if you're the female here that I'm reading to, then I just feel as though you're connecting with a man here who's sort of keeping the thoughts and feelings to themselves a little bit, and that's frustrating you, and you want them to open up and communicate with you in a better way. If you're the male energy, you could be thinking your partner or friend or whoever it may be you're connecting with emotionally is sort of controlling a situation, but I don't feel like they're trying to control. I just feel as though they're trying to guide you, but they're coming in very strong because it's like they know what they're doing, and it's almost like you might feel like they're taking over, but they're not trying to do that. They're just trying to get you on the right path. So yeah, so it's almost like now you've got to do a little bit of soul searching now about what you want and where you're going. And I just feel as though some of you now need to get near the water. I feel like the more you can do that to get around the water seems to calm you down, helps chill you out. And also I do feel like if some of you could do a little bit of keep fit around the water, maybe a bit of walking, a bit of running, feels though it's good for you. Okay, right, let's have a look around family. Okay, so with family, it's basically saying now, look, everything's in your capable hands to sort things out, but there could be a bit of confusion around family. But I do feel the confusion will be lifted over the next 7 days. And I just feel as that sort of kicks in, gradually things should start coming together for you. In other words, things will ease up around you, the communication gets better, family ties come closer a little bit. But I do feel like you've got to make some decisions, and then I feel like as you do that, it feels like you've got to hope and pray that sort of family pulls together and sorts everything out with you. If they don't, it's like it's hard work for you, and you sort of go a bit within yourself because you just feel frustrated that they're not supporting you and backing you up. But just do your best you can. Try not to let family ties get to you so much. I just feel so you've got to stick to your guns a little bit now and just do what's best for you. But I do feel like you're in the right what you're thinking and feeling, but it's like sometimes it feels like you're talking to a bit of a brick wall, and that can be very frustrating for you. Let me just very quickly just pull one card out for money for you. Right, just get creative with the money. I feel so, see where you can perhaps save money, make it last longer. I just feel so, just get creative with the finances. And let me pull the card out to do with health. Okay, see, boredom's creeping in a little bit, and the thing is with boredom, you do start to get your positive thoughts and ideas. But then if you don't grab them and do something with them, it's like, life can get a little bit frustrating. And it's like then you start to get a bit depressive about things. And I feel like at the moment you're in that sort of position where I just feel so everything seems to be getting you down, Aries, and you can't move forward. So when you do get your ideas, you've really got to push them forward. Okay. Right, let me pick 3 angel cards now to see what's going on around you, Aries. Okay, so sealing love, you'll know when that's real and solid for you to give and for you to receive. And do ask the angels, they are there to help guide you and protect you, to show you the way forward. And see, love. Love needs to come around, it needs to flourish, and it feels like you Aries do need love. It needs to be true, it needs to be real, and you need to be pampered, and you need to feel that affection. And it's funny, isn't it? It's Valentine's tomorrow. So yeah, I hope you're all feeling loved up. So I hope you've made sense of that. I hope you've connected with it. If you do want a more in-depth reading, please do come to me. I'm available to do private one-to-one readings or parties or phone readings, whichever it is you feel. And I have just recently updated and tidied my website up a little bit. So that's peterdykesclairvoyant.co.uk. And a couple of prices on there have got a little bit cheaper. So hope that helps things along a little bit. Okay, so I wish you all the best, and tune into your next one for March within a sort of a week's time. So, okay, thank you very much. Bye bye now.